Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, TammyTalks here. Alright y'all, we are here to talk Love Without Borders, Season 1, Episode 3. You don't have to do that. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoyed that type of content, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, hit the bell, hop in the comment section, all that good stuff, right? So, this is episode 3. I guess the double 2-hour episode that we had last night, or last week, I should say, was episodes 1 and 2. Awesome. Let's keep the ball moving. So, let's, as usual, excuse me, for this one, I'm going to go couple by couple. So, not necessarily in order of the episode as it was kind of laid out. So let's start with Dana and Brian. So Dana is knocked out at 9:30 a.m. That jet lag is jet lagging, y'all. Okay, so she's tired. We see Brian get up. He's a farmer, so I assume that he went to work. He comes back home about 9:30. Goes to check on her. She is still asleep, snoring and everything. So he goes downstairs and makes her a breakfast. He comes back upstairs. She's asleep. I don't know if it was me or not, but it doesn't seem like he tried to wake her up. It was more or less, I got breakfast. No. And then he goes back downstairs. He said this breakfast will not go to waste. Okay, we don't waste food over here. So he eats the breakfast by himself, goes back upstairs at 1:30 in the PM, and she's finally awake. So she said that she slept great. She woke up with her pants on the floor. She said, but it's not because they did anything. It's because it was incredibly hot. Downstairs in his confessional, Brian said, yeah, we didn't do anything. We took it slow, and that's how he wanted it to be as well. So he then decides to go get her a glass of water and some coffee. She said, oh, is this a cappuccino? He was like, no, it's just some coffee with a little milk blended. It's a cappuccino. It's a cappuccino. But they seem to be getting along very, very well. They have the most promise so far of any of the couples that we've actually seen. So then later in the episode, their second scene is Brian. So Brian just bought this land that he is farming on. He said for the first 2 years that he was this farmer, he was like using plots of people's land. So Brian done came up on some land. So he's just kind of showing her, I got this big space here, 7 more of those. This is where he's going to do all these different roles. He's excited. It's great to see. She said that she loves nature. Girl, obviously you lived in a van. But she's excited about the nature. She said she could see herself there. They're talking about the different animals that come traipsing through. And she's like, so what? She's kicking over some shit. And she said, well, what kind of animal is this from? He says, a sheep, and then he picks it up. The way I screamed, why are you touching it? You can tell her that it's sheep shit without touching it. Nonetheless, she gives him the idea that, you should have bees because you have flowers. He likes that idea. I guess he was thinking of doing that as well. So it is just great. Things are going great between the two of them. I did laugh because she was trying to feed the cow. And he was like, put your hand flat. Okay. And then, the cow can better see it. She put her hand flat. That cow jumped back and was like, I don't know you like that. So Dana and Brian, for now, are getting along very well. So then we get to Phil and Carmen. All right, so Carmen made some dinner, and she said she made a traditional Ghanaian dinner, things that she would, make herself for dinner. It was, let me get me the lion, okay? All I remember for real is she said green pepper, but it looked like it was stuffed with something. Everything looked good. I like trying different cuisines like that. I've had some Ghanaian food before. It was great. It's spicy. I'm not a spice fan. I don't like spicy food, but I love trying new foods. So I was happy that he wasn't like, oh. He was with it. He starts eating. She tells him we're gonna eat with our hands. That's how we eat over here. He was like, okay, cool. But then he's like scooping shit up with this hand. And she's like, no, no, no. Just your right hand, because your left hand is what you wipe your ass with. He was like, y'all don't wash your hands. Don't be ignorant, okay? Metaphorically. Metaphorically. Why are we like this as Americans? You know what she meant. So he was eating the food. He said it's good, it's spicy, but they was in there grubbing. Okay, he had shit all on his hand. So they had then start to have a conversation about relationships and sex. So he's been celibate for 4 years. He said that he wanted to like kind of detox himself, clean himself up, and like really focus and align himself. So that means he cut out sex, he cut out drinking, he cut out social media, all these different things that he felt were keeping him from being more focused on his goals. So Carmen was like, shoot. I can't go 4 months without sex. I'd have been going crazy. I said, I know that's right, girl. What? Carmen was like, no. And he was like, I knew it. And I'm like, I didn't like the way he said that. I didn't like the way he said that. What do you mean you knew she couldn't go long without sex? It came across the way to me. Phil, don't get on my nerves. Don't get on my nerves, Phil. So she then talks about how she likes to go out. She's an extrovert. She likes to go out and party and hang out. She said because that is how she gets her stimulation. She said, I can't stand nobody that wants to just be boring and sit on their ass all day doing the same thing day after day. And I said, Phil was like, oh, I can easily slow you down. That's not what she's saying. And I don't like when people say that. If somebody is an introvert and they like kicking it at the house and they like, that's what they like to do, let them do that. Don't come in and say, oh, I'm going to get you out your shell. Meanwhile, him being like, I'm going to calm you down. Don't even worry about that. Don't come in trying to change her personality, because she's going to grow to resent you and he's going to grow to resent you. Nonetheless, he said he's going to teach her how to just sit back and chill. She said that they're going to do a lot of things together, including going out. I said, yikes. So they go to a hotel to hang out. She said it's one of her favorite hotels. They're hanging out by the pool. He tells her, oh my God, I love your locks. And she was like, oh, these ain't mine. These are fake. She was like, people always ask, how long have I been growing these? She's like, and I always just tell them, 3 or 4 hours. He tells her that he cut off his hair, that one giant lock he had. He cut off his hair right before he came. And he said that he would always tell people too, oh yeah, I have been growing mine for a couple hours too. So they definitely have chemistry. But right now, I think it's more sexual chemistry. They think the other is attractive. So I think that's really what's holding, keeping them afloat, because when they talk about a lot of things, like getting to the root of some things, they seem very, very different. But the sexual chemistry is working for now. So he says they go to take showers, or really to rinse off before getting into the pool. And he says that his attraction for her right now, his interest level, is at a 13. He likes her body. She has body yada yada. She's natural, so he likes that. So he's pleased. You can tell that she likes him as well. So when they're in the water, she asks him, like, what is the standard when women, like, come up to you? And he's like, oh, like, it's very straightforward, very, very direct. So she says in her little confessional that there have been moments where she's wanted to kiss him, but she's not going to make the first move. I said, okay, girl. I don't feel like he's going to make a move kind of at all either. But he was saying that he wants to remain celibate, but the way that she's looking, the way they vibing, he doesn't know how long that's going to last. It looks like next episode they are already fighting with each other and yelling because he feels that she does too much talking and he doesn't get to talk, and she feels the same way. I feel that he does too much talking, because in the things that we've seen, We have seen him basically overtalk her. But all right. So Gurleen and Shreyas. All right. So they are finally getting some time alone to talk. Maybe the parents had a date night or whatever. So they're sitting there taking some shots, enjoying themselves, and they have a really good conversation. We can finally talk now without your mama walking by being like, "You need some, honey? You okay?" Or without your daddy coming by saying, "Attaboy." You know what I mean? So Gurleen is saying in her confessional that they decided last night that they're going to get their own place. So she was very excited when Shreyas agreed. It's just hard for them to really connect and get to know each other when there's so many other people in the house, right? I live alone. So if I got a guy over and we're hanging out on the couch and we're talking, it would be very difficult if I lived with a parent or a sibling who, like, we're all in this communal space together. So I understand what she's saying. I completely understand. And I'm glad that Shreyas is like seeing that as well. It's not that she's being bitchy about it per se, but it's also like it's just hard for us to rock. It would be different if they all lived in like a bigger house where he's on like one side of the house, or there is at least some type of like communal space, a living room, a rec room, or something where they can go and chill and watch TV or just, have drinks and talk. So that's working out for them. So he tells his father, and his father was like, come on, calls the mama in. And his parents don't seem happy about it. His mom is on some, this is your home. And yes, it is, but this is also these are like different circumstances. I just kind of feel like I don't see a problem with them wanting to go out and get some space because hell, y'all ass is always home. When are we supposed to get to know each other? So his parents want to know, is this Gurleen's idea? He was like, she didn't say that there was an issue. It's just more or less about us. So he covered for her because she definitely feels that it's an issue. But I like how he covered up for her and like got into it in a way that it wouldn't offend his parents. So later we see them go to a party. Sheree said, look, we're going to go to my cousin's house, have a little barbecue, have a little party. I want her to meet my peers and see that like I really don't just be on this like kicking it with my parents all the time. I party, I have a life. I live the life of a 30-year-old that just lives at home. So they get to his cousin's house. All right. Beautiful house. They out there, shots are pouring, food is cooking. It looks like it's going to be a good time. He said that we party here in Dubai, and he wants to make sure that she is able to keep up with his style of partying. I said, okay. So they come in and off rip, shots, right? I said, Gurleen, girl, please don't get drunk, and now you don't embarrass yourself in front of these people. But she doesn't get drunk just yet. So we see them all talking and everything seems to be going good. She's telling his family and friends that she didn't think she would be living with his entire family. I said, you're doing too much. Don't give too much of the conversation out. Don't tell all y'all business now because you done had a couple shots of tequila. All right? Hold steadfast, girl, because you're going to mess yourself up. Because Gurleen looked like she get a little bit of that, like, what did she call it? Liquid courage. And she just opened it up and got to full lip service. So his cousin is saying, or it was like his cousin or his friend was like, it would be fun. And she said, not fun for me. It ain't fun for me to live with this whole family. Meanwhile, Shreyas is asking another one of his cousins what they think about her. And they were like, are you changing for her? Because since when do you want to like move out from your parents and get a new house? Shreyas is like, look, she's not changing me, okay? I'm not changing, but I do want her to be comfortable. I want to be able to get to know her and have a level of comfort that she can feel so that she can truly open up. And his cousins was like, you changing. I said, So I think what's going to end up happening is Shreyas is going to start doing things for Gurleen because he wants her to be comfortable. He wants her to be comfortable. He wants her to feel, vulnerable enough to open up to him. But it's going to come after a while, he's going to start to resent her because he's making all these different changes that he normally wouldn't make. You see what I'm saying? So this is where shit gets real for them. She's sitting outside by the pool talking to one of his cousins or friends. They're like, oh, let's go inside. It's boring out here. So she was like, you calling me boring? And he was like, no, the environment. Do you know what the environment is? And I'd have been like, watch yourself. Watch yourself. So she was like, I was being sarcastic. She starts cleaning up the plates, right? She's just like, oh, let me just clean up what I ate. So she's probably just taking a couple plates and going inside. Now, Shreyas, who is drunk at this point, a little tipsy. Shreyas comes over and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She's like, what are you apologizing for? So she's cleaning everything up. So like everybody is coming over telling her, no, just leave it. Just leave it. She keeps saying, no, I need to do this. I want to do this. Let me tell you this. If I'm at a party, because I was raised by parents that raised me and my brother to clean up after ourselves, to respect people's houses. I have manners, okay? So if I'm at your house and I have a small plate and a glass or whatever, if I get ready to leave, I'm going to pick up my glass and my plate. Hey, what you want me to do with this? If you say, oh, you know what, we putting everything right over there on the bar. Okay, cool, thank you. I'm going to take it over to the bar. But if you tell me, oh, just go ahead and leave it down, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave it. You know why? Because they're telling you. I was so irritated watching this scene where there's multiple people telling her, it's fine, just leave it. I need to do this. Heifer, why? Why do you need to do it? I'm sorry. I get so sick of people, women especially on these TV shows, that have to say the whole, I'm independent. I have to do this. I'm independent as fuck too. Pay my own bills. Live by myself. Clean up after myself. Cook for myself. Got my own car. Get my ass up every morning, Monday through Friday, and carry my ass on downtown to the office. I work as well. I am independent. But I don't feel the need to say it all the damn time. Picking up a plate and picking up a wine glass when you have been knocking back shots all night does not prove your independence. It proves that you're being bitchy, and it proves that you are low-key drunk and about to make a fool out of yourself. So now, because she's like cleaning up not just after herself, but after everybody now. Now she's walking around picking up everybody's goddamn plates. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why? Why? So now she's going in. They're calling for the help, the staff that they done hired. Now they feel like the staff isn't doing their job. Now you're getting them in trouble. So they're telling Shreyas, look, she needs to know how we do things over here. Gurleen was out of line for that. I'm sorry. They told you 5 times, no less than 5 times, don't worry about it. Leave it there. And you still going around cleaning up after everybody. That is not proving your independence. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's just not. It's proving that you rude as fuck. It's proving that you don't respect these people's houses. It's proving that you don't respect me. Because if I'm telling you don't worry about something and you keep saying, no, I have to do this, like, Gurleen, this ain't it. This is not it. Not it at all. So then we get to Aaron and Mael. So Aaron is uncomfortable using the bathroom, which looked like it was big enough just for his body to fit in. He said because he's not used to living with someone, and Mael stood literally outside the door because his apartment is that big, and we could hear him using the bathroom. He peed like hell when he got off that long flight. So there's no sink in the bathroom. So he comes out and has to wash his hands in the kitchen. I couldn't do it. So they're sitting on the couch, they're having a drink. It's super awkward. Aaron said that even though Mael has an accent, it's okay, but cannot understand him saying massage therapist. And then Mael, on the flip, did not know what an optometrist was. But as soon as he was like, eye doctor, Mael said, doctor? Bitch. Like, Mael was geeked when he heard doctor. I saw that twinkle in his eye. So Mael said it's good that, let's just stay in tonight. We can cook and then we can get to know each other and just talk a little more. Great idea. So they said they're going to make a quiche. Aaron was like, it got cheese. I am a true blue Wisconsinite. I want cheese on everything. So he's like, it got cheese? Then he was like, what did he say? Does it have pickles? Because I don't like pickles. And Mael was like, the fuck is y'all eating in America? What is going on over there? But they cook a nice little meal together. And then Mael shows him how his little futon folds into what he said was a 2-person bed. That twin-size futon folded up into a full-size futon where Aaron, because he's tall, is hanging into the damn bathroom. I really hope that this works for Aaron and that they are able to move into accommodations better for his size, okay? Because he looks uncomfortable. So then we see Aaron unpacking, and Mael was like, you wear boxers or briefs? And Aaron was like, I wear the boxer briefs. And he kind of shows them. Mael said in his confessional, he don't like the boxers. He don't like when people wear the saggy boxers. He said it looks stank. I said, oh. Okay. So then Aaron is showing, I guess it's swim trunks. And he was like, no, you can't wear those because of the hygiene. You got to have a little Speedo on, nice and close to the skin. And I was like, it's okay. Okay. But Aaron is being a good sport with his little cute self. He's taking it in stride. So they go out and they're doing touristy things. So they can see the Eiffel Tower from a bridge. And they're on a lock bridge. And I said, I know they are not about to put a lock on. So Mael pulls out a lock and said that he wants to put their initials on this lock to show their commitment to the process. Aaron is definitely hesitant to do it. And I wish he would have been honest and been like, oh, it's too soon for that. We don't do a lock for a commitment to the process. Let's do a lock if I'm still here after this visa runs out. So Aaron feels in his confessional that it's too soon, but he doesn't want to hurt his feelings, so they do it anyways. And I'm like, relationship starting off as a lie. Already starting off as a lie. So then finally we meet Naeem. Naeem is a 39-year-old social worker from Houston, Texas. He said that he is a big kid that just likes to let loose and have fun. He doesn't fit in with the dating scene or expectations in Houston. We can tell why. So he said he had a history of cheating on women and dogging them out. But Miss Girl COVID came in, the Roro, and he got super sick from it. He said almost lost his life. And then God, Jesus, I said, don't do this. Don't put this on God. Don't put this on God. He said Jesus came to him and told him that it's time for him to turn his life around. Get one with the Lord. I said, all right, Naeem, I don't believe that you were out here cheating on women and all that stuff either. You don't give me... Is the camera in focus? Okay. I said, you don't give me the vibe that you out here running through the girls, okay? So, but he talks about, for whatever reason, talks about his father. He said his father died, some years back. His father confessed kind of on his deathbed that he had been cheating on his mother. Now, Naeem is Muslim. And he said that in Muslim culture, when somebody dies, the children bathe, or at least the children bathe the father. So him and his brother are showering his dad, and I'm thinking it's gonna be like some type of profound, like he had like a tattoo, or we found something in his we found like a note or something. He was like, and we saw that he had a massive penis. No wonder he was cheating. The fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Naeem is going to work my nerves. I can feel it. I can feel it. So, Naeem lived with his mama. So Naeem is living with his mother, and he's telling his mother about the process, and she's not on board with it. I need these people to stop feeling like because you have sat down, you have made this decision that you're going to pack up your life and quit your job and uproot everything to go marry or live with a stranger. You can't expect people to be okay with that. We see that on Love is Blind. We see that on Married at First Sight. We see that on 90 Day Fiance. Why do y'all get offended when people don't want to go along with your crazy ass idea? This isn't like you won $1 million. You know what? I'm thinking of putting that entire million in the bank, yo. I'm thinking about putting an entire million on like a CD for 5 years that I can't touch. It's not a decision like that where people be like, yeah, okay. I feel you. This is you saying, I want to quit my job, leave everything I know behind, and move across the world to live with a stranger for 90 days, not knowing if I'm coming back or not. Of course your mama isn't going for that. Of course she's not supportive. What did you expect? I want to know why you live with your mama. So you have all these women and you cheating on all of them. You doing it at the house with your mama living there? You're 39. Ridiculous. He's out for a run in Africa. I keep calling her Africa. I don't, because the way she spells it. Erica shows up and they go back to the house. He asks his mom if she's still going to come wherever he lands. His mama was like, I don't know. He's upset. And he said now he doesn't know if he's making the right decision. So you want your mama to... Naeem, please. Naeem, please. Please. So we then find out that Naeem is headed to Panama. What a roller coaster of a show. What a roller coaster of a show. Let me know what you guys thought about episode 3. Hop in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up the video. Hit that notification bell. And I will catch you guys in the next one.